deny the plant. We've seen a lot of teams go for that. Although for now, it seems G2 are just going to wait patiently and allow FNATIC to get control. And it's a good thing they did. A deep wall comes out of the attackers, and then they late split through mid. That has completely caught G2 off guard.
Yeah, these are the sort of pistol rounds that you definitely don't see too often. The deep wall with reclaiming of any chance of the rotation. And while Nuke is very good at trying to retake from yellow when you have a huge disadvantage, utility even falling down, assists coming through from the Viper lineups of Mystic as well. And they've gone for a counter wall here, but they haven't been able to get anywhere near this defuse. They're just trying to bait these remaining players from FNATIC in to try and get some final frags, but it's not going to be happening.
No, not a single. All you can see is the crosshair at the end of the day.
Now, FNATIC have actually invested quite heavily into this one. They are not playing this as a bonus round whatsoever. They are gunning for that victory and maybe caught Nuke off guard in the early stages of the round. Now, they do have the retake wall ready and set up, even using some of their utility early to try and deny that initial space. Well, we got a little bit lost in the source, but they are going to be getting themselves a plant here.
Oh, no, they're not. That wall's broken immediately and straight away. They're going to have to go to a plan B. Maybe it's planning a little bit to the left, but no. It's losing Boaster. He's been headshot immediately. The attempted plan to bait them out into the open works. As Avova's caught. Another player spotted. There's only 10 seconds left, but only one player, and they've dealt with some FNATIC. But they're close now. They'll be able to get the trade on this if he's not quick. And keloqz has made it out. Dashing his way to safety as Meadow picks up Boaster. That mid play for FNATIC has been shut down.
God, I like the second layer of it. Like having Meadow there makes sure that even though keloqz had to dash away, the other players weren't just given the free space to try and lurk through. And he's now going to go back for more and catch Mystic. That operator already worth its weight in gold. And you can see the remaining two players from FNATIC are just on complete opposite sides of the map, just trying to find anything they can. Hoodie's already spotted one, and Brave won't be able to connect. And well, Magnum 1 versus 5, Spike at least close by, but there's no reason for the remaining players of G2. Maybe he still will. Not a lot of time left, and well, Meadow still had his setup available to catch him as he goes. It is starting to get a little bit worried about this initial setup. It doesn't look like they're even in a spot to really have things to retake this. No lockdown available just yet, and Avova's just got a delay. Just spamming his utility to try and make sure they can't get through. And actually, he's just caught the spike.
That beautiful spam. He knew they probably wouldn't be pushed past that initial snake bite, and he's able to pick up one because of it, delaying them by an incredible amount of time. Honestly, 30 left on the clock. Shock darts are coming through, and Avova's walking on out afterwards. He's going to push into that ult. At least he thought about it for a moment, but he thinks better. Waits a second, backs off, and Hoodie, he can see through this by the looks of things. That is a gorgeous spray transfer. Brave was taken down, and the round has fallen to smithereens. FNATIC have no choice but to try and save this rifle. Even then, Dirk on 30 HP running to spawn. Luckily, keloqz missed his updraft.
He didn't make it over the wall. Oh, I guess I don't think they're going to care.
Like, randomly with a Vandal. It's not a tilting way to die, nor is that. Up on top of the wall, keloqz has just ruined Magnum's day. He's going out for more and found it with Dirk and Delta. Oh man, G2, they've got complete control of this round. What an impressive bounce back this is after the pause. 2 rounds found, and slowing it down, playing those picks on the off. Well, it's granted them a lot of kills, and keloqz seems to be unkillable. Never mind, he's dead.
Boaster has a res. I don't know if they'll want to commit it right here and now, but Brave has found another. This turns it into a winnable spot and definitely worthwhile, but it doesn't seem like he wants to give up his position. Instead, he swings onto Meadow, who's caught off guard. This was a 2 versus 5 just seconds ago, and well, it's now a 2 versus 1.
Yeah, the snake bite down actually stopped the res. Honestly, can't res them inside the snake bite. And Boaster's going to have to get that plant. Not able to pop a res now. They're going to rush him down. He's got to play it. 1v2, he thinks maybe one's still coming from B main, but both have grouped up, isolating the duels though still. What a good job now, having a rough idea as well. Oh, the peek's coming through. Boaster's rounded the corner just in time with a sliver of health. He'll get healed back up. He'll even pop the res. Now Nuke has to move quickly, rushing in towards that res, but he won't catch him. A 2v1 in FNATIC's favor, and they're running away. Nuke cannot catch them, so he tries to bait them into the open, already defusing it halfway, but they'll catch him in the end. 4 kills for Boaster. Still, they're gonna look for a plant here.
patient stuff from Meta, making sure to clear the angles, and that's the backline's gone. We've seen this deeper wall a little earlier, used to deny a lot of those snake bites, which people have been popping in, and keloqz, well, he's been spotted, but he spotted his opponent as well. A lot of information currently for G2. The main worry is Boaster again in a fairly aggressive position. He's going to win the fight onto keloqz as well and make this a 2v2.
Oh, they've dealt with him at least, but still, Brave is here. 1 versus 2 of Vova. Low HP, even spots him. The shock dart through should be enough. And indeed it is. They know where he is, but time is on his side. He just needs to keep this clock running down. Nukia catches him through the wall, though. And so the defuse will be found. G2 will, and they've certainly got a lot to back them up. 4 ultimates coming into this round, and immediately we're going to see a Hunter's Fury, but it's on FNATIC that it's popped, already having tagged up a Vova. He'll be down, and it looks like Meadow was going to get hit by it, but Magnum beat him to the punch.
Oh, Boaster just about hidden. Shot darts landing, and he actually gets out of there. It looked like he was dead. dapr has been getting farmed by keloqz so far in this map. Every single shot connecting. Rez comes through and brings it back into a 4v4 scenario. Still, there's a lot of after-plant utility, and in fact, they're even going to use a lockdown.
That defuse, though, that's going to scare them. Movement's got to be made. Evova's already got it halfway.
Oh!
He's still on it, and he's going to get it right under their nose. The snake bite comes in just a second too late. Runs away, but keloqz, well, he takes that as an opportunity. Oh, there's players pushing here? Okay. Targets, you mean. And out he goes, but Durka catches him, finally punished for that over-aggression. Hoodie, the back of yellow. Good for the first. No res possible. Look at that. He's only got 2 charges towards it even after that kill.
It's an interesting wall, though. He's locked himself into the back of the site. It just closed the door on them, and instead, the players lurking through mid have been caught by Nukia. It leaves this really awkward battle for Durka, and then the other player trying to get the spike down. Look at the wall that's now been put down by Boaster. He's trying to innovate, like, what do I do here? Where do I plant? He's had to put it the other way around to just try and get anything, and he's isolated himself.
Yeah, that is insanely smart play from Hoodie. That wall's even going down as we speak. A shot through, not going to land, and a rush from Hoodie. Oh, this is getting a little bit scary now. FNATIC are on the site. They've got weapons. They've got a Viper's Pit activated. That, you know, oh, okay. That's a good scalp to take. And you can talk about the Stinger being weak, but good luck fighting against it inside this ulti.
True.
Oh, that was close. Narrow range right up in his face, but even point blank, Magnum comes out on top. The drone. It's a Hail Mary play to try and find that Viper. They won't do it just yet, but Mystic is being spotted now, spraying inside the ulti. He's going to try to pick a little bit more, but Nukia is making quick work in this position. No doubt about it, but the drone forces him to fall on back, and Durka catches him on the way out. That is such a quick kill for FNATIC. They'll execute off that right away. Bladestorm popped as they're going to attempt to use that height advantage, see over the utility, but they've lost Durka, they've lost Boaster. The whole team is gone. FNATIC only have Magnum. And he's dealt with quite quickly. Mystic was way, way back, and, well, you can see now he's coming to a pretty messy party.
Time's the main issue here. Sure, there's 3 players on the other side, but with 15 seconds left, they have absolutely no reason. Actually, they're just going to wall him off. Oh, no, he's had the reload. He's definitely going to run out of time. Oh, my God, that was close. They're looking to try and plant for the opposition spawn. Fighting all the way into it as well. A great start from Avova. There is a trade back onto him at least. Turning things into a 4v4 scenario, but retaking this spot is definitely going to be a little bit difficult.
An audacious move, yeah, bringing it all the way towards their spawn, but it might just pay off. As you said, FNATIC facing some difficulty. They break open the wall. Now getting through that choke point is quite hard. The wall that they have from earlier, not really useful, but the bullets certainly are. Yeah, oh, it's Nukia that has to stop that defuse, and he'll only get the one. Brave closing it out with a nice little... They don't seem keen to shoot any, but eventually they'll decide to move towards the B side.
That is not a spot you normally expect a Viper to be in.
This is second player here. Oh, okay. I figured Nukia wouldn't expect Boaster, but in fact, Boaster didn't expect Nukia. And with those kills, G2 are going to storm towards the B site, where they should find a convincing plant. keloqz has been spotted, though. Oh, he's now in danger. That's a Guardian on the other side. It's not a guaranteed fight. If it was a Spectre, he'd feel that little bit more confident, but luckily, he's going to be able to slip away.
repeat it. No one needs to ever see that. It's his debut. We give him a break. We give him a break. All right.
And Tom, you've been really impressed by Brave, anyways. What did you say?
Timmy's hit the gym. You know, since we went away, he's been hitting the gym. He can now actually take 7 shots. There you go. He was warming up.
Yep, that's all right, Brave. You have made up for it immediately. Thank God. He thought about peek and spawn. He's still thinking about it. This could be it. Viper is out here. If he checks it, dropping down. Oh, he can't reset in time.
There is a gap in that wall, and they will have seen everything as they look to go past. In fact, Boaster's going to go over the top. It's audacious as hell, but it actually works out. You've had Magnum finding 2 as they try and rotate back through the kitchen, and now they've only got 20 seconds. They firstly need to kill off Boaster, who is trapped, but it doesn't seem to matter. Fighting out of that corner as if his life depends on it. I suppose it does.
Yeah, it turns out
it's definitely going to be there. And they've actually put the Viper's pit straight down on the plant spot. Magnum just swings in. UK's gone. Blink and you miss it. Trade back from Avova at least. But again, the time is ticking and they don't have much space.
No option to pivot this. They've got to commit to B. And that's where this ult comes into play. That's going to be canceled out. There you go. Lockdown destroyed by the Hunter's Fury and even a connection onto Avova as well. Huge value. Playing onto the side. The snake bite gets hoodie. The spike is dropped because of it. Durka, although he falls, this round is looking like it's definitely going into FNATIC's hands. Magnum gets rezzed up. There's no time left. What a beautiful round from Mystic. A round almost as beautiful as the man himself. They can feel confident, but I was not expecting this level of aggression. A minute 15 on the clock. They haven't seen anything, so they say, hey, screw it. I'm going to pop up a recon. Oh, what am I going to do after that drone? I'm going to peek with Durka. Brave's going to go aggressive. Durka's going to fall down, then pop a Blade Storm, updraft, and then take that player down again. Oh. He's not going to give up. No space is given to G2 in this one. As they try desperately to push forward, it always comes at a cost, and that cost is in the form of bodies. This time it's FNATIC that pay it, though, losing Brave. And Hoodie goes down with the spike up on top. That is suboptimal, let's say.
Yeah, especially because his opponent was almost spamming against him. Boaster, he's got eyes in the back of his head, and Durka's there to close it out as well.
It's kind of trash, but we needed someone.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
So, like, I'll tell. Oh, that's actually caught Jet. That's a good bit of damage done. Durka and Boaster both quite low. Brave, though, able to catch the first. And as he's falling back, Durka goes down. The repositioning coming through. Boaster's here to play with him. I like this. FNATIC going to try to make a micro play. The distraction was in. What? Brave still gets 3. Taking his time, tapping away. And this round is done. This map is done. Kellogg's will have to 1v3. A minute on the clock and the spike down. FNATIC not necessarily even control of it per se, but Kellogg's doesn't really either. There you go.
He's not going to expect Mystic to be there. Trying to catch them as they rotate. Brave, I think he's going for the jump spot. I don't know if he will have seen anything. He hasn't, but it's whip shots for Kellogg's. That was basically a free kill, and his teammate's gone down on the site to the utility of Magnum.
Oh, look at this. They know that Meadow's down below, but somehow he still survives. Ghost in hand as he gets rushed, and a few too many players to deal with. The door down, stopped his teammates from helping, and they're full control. And a choke point. Mystic's going to evade that drone. He's done it successfully. And playing even right up close to the fragment. They might not expect him to be here. Great value brought up close, and he's able to get 3 before going down. Nukia, sure, they'll get the trade. They'll retrieve the weapon and look to bring it to sight. But Dirk is there waiting. The shock dart, well, it might be shot, but Nukia gets shot at the same time.
Only one player currently within it as well, so a lot of pressure going to be put initially onto Magnum, and he gets nothing.
Yeah, Boaster wanted to try and help, but he got blocked off by the door. Now when the flash pops, he can't even make it out. He's been tagged up by the drone. There's a fragment blocking. I mean, G2 have got so much utility to buy time here. They're even going to use a lockdown, I guess, just to guarantee that that plant comes through. This should be so easily locked down for the G2 side. I say that. I mean, they still have a bunch of utility to play with, right? But they're using it up very, very quickly. I mean, the knife already gone to try and cancel out the drone. All the way back to the A site. That is a great opening duel for FNATIC.
Man, they have a full rotation. There are multiple players here ready in the crossfire, and the trade's coming back thick and fast. Mystic is just going for it. Right click, shot dart might finally clear him out, but it still leaves 2 players standing. Swing back in.
What?
Oh, a little bit shaky. And Nuke almost closing it out, but it's the pistol that will finish the round.
They've invested fully. Win this, FNATIC have got a great half, but this is so... How? Kellogg's just dashed right into Magnum and somehow didn't die, but eventually he'll fall, and the trades go quickly in favor of G2 as they overrun the site.
Well, that wasn't far away from Brave. Oh! See you later! And he's actually going to pop the ult and kill off Nuke as well. What a play from Brave! And he's just trying to delay the space onto the spike for the flank. That was gorgeous. Now incredibly low on HP, is just going to have to sit towards the back of the site. Mystic goes down as well. This gets scary. The sheer pace that has come through for G2 has made a difference. Now there's a few low players. Shock darts being lined up. Will it get anything done? Seemingly no.
Another through.
Another attempt though.
Yeah, that's not going to land either. A little bit of damage. Hoodie, Hoodie has no HP on the bar. he is 1 health, I think. Very, very close to. That late flank coming through. Sadly, it's an operator, but I mean, just up against these pistols, you'd rather have the rifle. Dirk will do well to find the first. He knows Evova's there. It's communicated over, but the pistols are, it's so many in numbers that they're able to keep on trading. The op of Durka, now good for the one to dash out, but he's not able to escape Nukia. The round will go to G2. Durka counting his lucky stars on that. The Hunter's Fury tossed out for nothing. Brave, ready for that flash to come through. So too is Durka. Although he picks up the first, there's still that second player of Brave tucked up close, ready to catch G2 off guard when they make a move. Magnum is even playing inside this smoke, but it's about to disappear. Time to leave the nebula before it fades. The drone gonna give away that he's up close. Here's the op rotating in though. Durka not gonna hit the shot. Oh, but the wall bangs for Brave. He's got a Guardian and he adds 2 and 2 together, realizes, oh, no. This is falling apart for G2, man. Wall banged, op through a smoke. They don't deserve this.
30 seconds left.
No, I feel like it's just their defaults at the moment. They're just getting caught off by all these ridiculous plays coming through from FNATIC. The fast-paced round worked because there was no opportunity for them to be had, and well, they're trying to scope out the site before they actually get into an afterplant. Fact is, though, I'm looking at that lockdown. It's not something that in most rounds you'd expect to use in this sort of case, but I wouldn't even mind it for FNATIC just to guarantee everything. They've spotted Nuke. They're pushing in onto Meadow, and Nuke's just got to save.
And a few pistols.
Okay.
That was Brave.
Okay. A bit of a risk taken there, that's for sure. And well, not the start that they were looking for. Kellogg's a freebie kill as well on the swing, and well, this has quickly gone into an advantageous position for G2, a huge one at that. They're even going to use themselves the Cosmic Divide. Did he cancel it? He did. And well, I guess never mind. If everybody's just going to keep swinging into Magnum, it becomes easier and swinging into Kellogg's, it becomes easier by the second.
It does start to feel like you know, when you're looking at G2's aggressive success, still tucked in is Brave, but they're ready for him. Pre-fire came through and Nukia wins out the duel. Boaster gonna try to pick off what little he can, but eventually it comes time to group with teammates. 3 coming through B main. Now that is a peculiar strategy, but they've been hurt. Oh, they've well and truly been hurt now.
Definitely. Yeah. But how many can Kellogg's get? That's the real question, and the answer is absolutely nothing. In fact, Hoodie's gone down as well, and they have a lockdown in that afterplant scenario. UK knows he has to try and push this. He needs to fight for this round, and if he gets this next kill, he actually has a chance to break the lockdown, but instead he's caught from Mystic, the last man standing, to catch him just before he's hoping he doesn't run out of knives.
They've got wine clear. Lockdown coming into effect as well as quick trades go down on short. G2 are going to quickly move to site. Hunter's Fury to push Mystic out of position. It's going to work. It's going to take him down as well. He was stuck in the middle of site, and Boaster can't get out alive. Well, he can get out. He's got cover. I thought Meadow was going to run it all the way down. Now they're going to once again move together. It worked in the last round, and it started out the same way with Boaster picking up the opening. Tom getting a little bit worried here. Evova's very low on HP as well.
Again, it seems like a lot of this comes down to how Nuclear is going to be able to play it. Hunter's Fury already used in the round and the pop flash to take that extra space, and this time there is nothing that he can do. And now there's a reaction, a push straight through mid. Oh, they've opened themselves up. I don't know how that's the shot he connects, but keloqz doing what's needed of him. It is the battle of the Jets, though. Durka is going to go running through the smoke and meets his demise. Mystic has traded out onto keloqz and leaves just 2 players standing. The problem is, I think they want to fall back here, but Magnum's already in the site.
Yeah, and that spike's going to be down. Great shock dart of Vova left on a sliver of health, but he connects the headshot far too quickly. Brave has a player up close to deal with that. He can't even connect the shot. Vova pulls a Neo on that
round
one.
you might normally play against, and this is bold from G2. They've taken full mid control.
Well, it's a good thing they have, because they've lost their A control. Ravwell attempt into the nano swarms, but it's all a distraction to allow Meadow out. He's good for 1, so is Hoodie, and the numbers stick in G2's favor. keloqz wants to get a little bit more, and that he does. These weapons are being absolutely ruined by the weaker weapons of G2, by the utility of this defensive side. An opportunity here for Boaster. Perhaps he's going to be blinded up, uses that chance to reload and trade out his teammates. No idea where the last player is, though. It's a Vova who stuck his way around from long, but now he's given away his position. Boaster has the info to play with. The knife goes down, no utility, but a Vova has his gun, and that's
it's only 1 player surviving. They now purchase back up with all the rifles they could possibly want. And I'm liking what they're doing with this initial denial from Hoodie, just making sure that they can't possibly push that, or if they do, that happens.
And then there's late shock darts coming in. There's the drone as well, just to get that extra info. Hell, Hoodie's killing them with his classic. Doesn't give a damn. And he's getting the ace to close things out.
Run out of there. Gets caught a little bit. They've been able to tag him, they have. And he's just going to sit back, try and fall away, but that is well played by FNATIC. All the opening duels going in their favor. More Meadow finally gets one back for the defensive side, but it might be too little too late.
It may well be. They know exactly where he is. They're just buying time, though, allowing that plan to come through so they can get on with it, play into this 4v2 in their crossfires, and wait. Run that clock down while Magnum makes his way up behind. I mean, look, they don't have to take any fights, and they don't. Hoodie peeking out, got shut down. And then eventually a hit with a late lurk coming through from Magnum. Thing is, though, at Cosmic Divide, it makes things much easier for them not having to worry about the door, but there are already players pushed past it, and they weren't ready for that, but Avova is whipped. Luckily, his slack is picked up.
Dry push in, and well, they're facing through all of the utility and more than half of the
definitely setting their eyes on a site, but there's so much here for G2 to defend.
Need that back.
30 seconds left. All of this utility still set up in position. Does actually get denied a little bit, but they've got the lockdown. They put it in. However, it's a side swipe onto Avova. He's eliminated almost instantly, and they're still going to stick out this plant. They're just going to try and stay within, and by the looks of it, only 1 player is going to get detained. Now they have that Cosmic Divide almost working in their favor, holding back this rotation just for that little bit longer. But it has a line to start the defusal. They've almost tried to set it up. It won't matter, though. A nice idea from the side of G2. But this time, the execution of FNATIC was too good.
That it was. And the funny thing is, you know, as you said, 30 seconds on short. They run into that utility, the alarm bot's hitting them. You've got a nano swarm exactly where Durka dashed into, but the timing was slightly off on it. Still, it looked like things were going to be good because the utility ultimately, although it didn't kill Durka, it didn't damage him that much, it did. They now know there's a bunch of enemies in here, but that doesn't deter Nuki either. He's just going out for it, and he's winning them. He's already got 2 inside the lockdown, dealing so much damage. G2, they've got a leg up in this, but they have lost the sight. Don't. Oh, keloqz, you lunatic!
No way! He actually gets away with that. The swing through, and then Boaster can't do anything either. Mystic has at least managed to drop him, but he's also being flanked and still obviously suppressed. Tries to bait someone into a swing with early aggression, but I think he has looked a little bit more tempered in his aggression. Like, he will fall back and not take anywhere near as many risks. We're seeing multitude of Hunter's Furies thrown out. The counter seems to have worked better, and while Brave is only going to manage 1, it is a slaughter on the B site. And while Brave with his only kill. Nice kill onto Avova. This might actually give him a path back on towards the A site. Of course, there's still a lot of utility available there that could at least slow him down a little bit. And with the rotation, more of that's going to become active, but he's going to go past.
You know, all the way through. They might not expect him here just yet. Although, look, they've slowed down. They're being cautious. They know the control they've given up. Good read by G2. And really well is the one that we're looking at to do most of the damage.
Oh, the crossfire in mid. Solid. They were ready for this sort of play, watching in that direction. They have, however, caught Hoodie, and if somehow these trades work out in their favor, well, maybe there's a chance. The problem now is the position of the spike. Avova's got a little hidey hole to sneak in. Defiant thrown in as well. Of course, the information's still going to be there, but they should expect this alarm bot at this stage. Even still, though, they will know that he's there. Avova trying to play on the edge of it. They know that realistically, the spike plant, if it is going to come in, they have to go through, and dapr just takes his head clean off. There's a swing out from keloqz, though, and he brings it back into their favor. A second and a third as well, as it's now just one man standing in Boaster. It looks like we are heading to split, as he will be caught.
Wow. Of all the...
So what's great, man.
I shouldn't quote it anymore. I'm not going to quote it anymore. I've ruined it. I'll get in trouble. Well, great sayings have been said before. This round is going to G2. Those are the two takes.
Tried to slow the push in. It has delayed a lot of the early presence. dapr as well is going to find that initial frag, and the trade's still going back thick and fast, though. A little bit of an awkward spot now for dapr to be in, but luckily he's got teammates alongside him. That's not what he meant to do.
Yeah, that's not the nade he was looking for. He's got the reload off at least. The flash popped, and there's the swing. Oh, that was very nice indeed.
Things off with a pistol, but instead they're trying to set him up in order to get that online. And actually, they're going to go straight into Brave. That is the worst gun you could have met in that position.
I honestly... Nuki was lucky to get out of there alive. That nade landed just a second, a fraction of one, after he had crossed out from heaven. Durka's going to leave, and that is open space for G2. They're going to capitalize on that right away. At least they're going to try, but those steps are being heard. Durka's pushed down mid, and he's going to completely cut them off. He's letting them by. He knows the timing now is perfect. They're still watching forward, conscious that he could be coming. But again, they're not going to see him. He has the angle and drops Nukia. Ult goes through, and there's Meadow down and out. Spike in main. Round is over. Vova would have to perform a miracle to get this one planted.
Yeah, he's just going to try and fight them, but even still, there's another player elsewhere. Likely a weaker purchase coming out from G2. There's not really any need for this. Actually, the jump across allows Avova the kill. Okay. Okay, now. What's that?
Running sprayed through smoke. That's something, isn't it? He's going to be upset with that. Magnum's got a good angle here, but they're checking it too. G2 are being so conscious of these ratty little angles that FNATIC are trying to catch them off guard with. They'll get onto the site. They'll receive a plant, and well, they've got the advantage to play with. Durka has been heard moving into heaven. No one really close by. But the rest of the team's economy, I'm not too sure. EFC strategy. Well, what can we say? Can't really be surprised.
The history.
Oh, Mystic. That's unfortunate. The push comes out of Brave. He can't really stay up there. He's just going to get killed from sight, and instead he gets killed from mid. Very patient play from G2. Like I said earlier, they're ready for these ratty plays. But when it comes to heads-up duels here, Boaster's at least gotten a leg up as he moves towards the site.
Spike planted.
Oh, he's going to be caught in the corner with the paranoia and the swing out from Nukia. It's an easy dunk, leaving Magnum. And the problem is his position is one way.
You tap scoreboard, you can see that in the game. FNATIC know that there's not really a lot working for G2 here. After the investment, if they could drop, you know, 1 or 2 more rifles, it would have been great.
Is there much they can do about it?
Well, they've at least got to slow down, but it hasn't slowed G2 from making it to the site.
Spike down.
The showstopper about to end any hope of Hoodie getting in there. Okay, the spray goes a little bit.
Catch Avova in mid. Avova has no idea that he's going to be there, and I believe that. Oh no, the smoke did at least go off, so they'll be able to catch it, but it won't matter. Magnum spam gets another, and now the time is ticking.
They can't even get the spike. You know, there was a snake bite inside a poison orb. You do not push into that, you will die. And that lesson learned the hard way. A couple players tagged up. They're going to back out and try to save this with low time on the clock. G2 stopped again. The question is whether they get away with these weapons or not. There's no chance the round goes their way. At this point, I don't think there's any chance that FNATIC push them. They're going to save these rifles through.
Mystic has got to feel like so cursed at this point that
Going to make it up into heaven this time, but he is right down below them and they have no idea. A man behind enemy lines, giving them the opening and the advantage to play with G2 wanting that 6th round, but they've lost Kellogg's. The res will come through. Look at these down below, so they can't even spawn. That's worked out quite well.
they need to clear him over. Holding the back lines with an operator. He's actually going to get legged up. He's got to be a little careful now, and actually going to try and sneak him behind them. I thought for a second he might have just thread the needle, but instead Magnum is there waiting and watching as they now look to try and sneak back through. Mystic watching the flank, leaving just 2 players surviving over on that other side. One of them is Hoodie, and he's going to use that Cosmic Divide to his benefit, sneaking through, picking off a first, and now Meadow needs to try and make a play of his own, just sneaking back through the corner. Another one comes up. It's all onto Hoodie, and he's going to end up with 4 kills. What a round!
Smoke out before he's getting hit by that knife. They're playing with utility out there. Nuki didn't seem to think they'd be that close already. FNATIC have just overrun A, and this is going to be a free plant.
Ooh, okay. Hoodie's definitely feeling it after the last round. Brings things back into a workable position. They've still got a clear Brave, who is just trying to hold on to that ramp control. And in fact, he's got his whole team with him. The swing might be a little bit of a surprise, but they're actually winning every single duel that goes their way. The reclaim doesn't work, and now only 2 remain.
Last player.
In fact, only 1. That flash not quite landing onto everybody. We are going to see
Not far enough forward that's going to cause
pistols.
too many problems. Going back, that's the thing. They don't know that this is a full investment. Up from FNATIC, Boaster actually gets one with a frenzy.
Oh, you are so nasty. I think someone was peeking there with the classic when they had a rifle. But they either way, they concealed the kind of buy that they had until they allowed that extra risk to be taken by Kellogg's. You know, he's like, I can turn around and
This
get
would still
one
have
here.
to be one for the ages for the remaining players of G2. Nice start from Nuke. Gets out of there without really taking any damage either. And an extra kill here would grant him a nade, which could be enough to pick off 1 more. Now, Brave is still in this corner. Hasn't been able to escape just yet. And Boast is so desperately low that there's not really going to be much option for a trade. It's on to Nuke to try and do it all, leaving it down to just a couple left.
Right, nade?
The time starting to tick away, and they almost line up for him. So
Okay, the wall's
deadly.
up in B, but they're pushing it. I'm a little bit scared. I was more looking towards the A site for combat, but different ideas in the camp of G2. They're just running on in, looking to take these weapons down. A strange time to do it when they've got the bonus to play effectively, right? They've got those weaker weapons in hand. Oh no! The distraction in B mains left Kellogg's caught off guard.
Player actually left, still defending middle, so could have come down to communication. As said, it could have come down to just tunnel vision. And while
You see that in the fact that nobody has died on FNATIC yet. They're still on the site despite these pistols rushing in. Eventually, though, they get a little bit too close. The time is low, though, so the round's already won. Ultimately, oh god, they've been ruined. Cypher almost got caught in that as well. If he got caught by that, he was done. Kellogg's has dashed back into 2 players after 1 kill. Showstopper's used. Little does Durka know, he doesn't need to use that in this round. They have the site, and I'm sure FNATIC are about as perplexed as we are to see that setup. And, well, it hasn't worked. Now G2 have to pick up the pieces.
yeah, this needs to be an impeccable retake. And while the ultimates they would have used are somewhat diminished, they might be able to at least try and bring back 1. Mystic, he already gets the first. It's going to be traded out. Hoodie's actually found another, but the flash is solid from Boaster, and they now have that heaven control. And this is where things become so difficult. The main play is just going to be smoke and try and get onto that spike. Try and hold on. The flash is good, but they have the lineup. The ping onto the spike is not going to deny anything, and they know now that Avova's within this. Great setup. 1 player is left to try and hold on to things. A rotation will at least come through, but as you mentioned, Hoodie is left with just a pistol. Okay, he's going to get himself 1, and actually hits a pretty heavy tag onto the second. Avova is slowly being pulled out of position, and his spot might be given away in just a moment. Durka will take one, but here comes Kellogg's looking to try and do this on his own, but the knives have missed and brought back into a 2v2.
They're pushing up Brave though. The crossfire's there. Mystic spotted, now stuck behind the wall. He's got to go out, and Meadow survives with a sliver of health. 8 HP.
Whoa. Brave getting a haircut for a second. Durka's managed to find one, but he's got his backup. We highlighted Brave as that supportive player. Well, he's just found such an impactful double. Kellogg's again is left alone to try and fight versus the might of FNATIC, and they might not even push him. They are slowly starting to back away, expecting the rotation to come in. They are, however, going to back straight into Meadow, who is waiting.
Oh yeah, he's spotting it. Help Sir is already called. The rotate's coming on in. Meadow down below, able to at least catch one more. But now they're surely going to swarm him. He'll do well to stay alive, if at all. But no, he's down, and Kellogg's is a little bit late on that rotate. The spike will be planted, and a 1v3 commences. He'd already dropped his rifle in anticipation, ready now to play with this Vandal in hand. A really tough clutch ahead of him. And he's going to be spotted. The barrel seen right away by Mystic. That's 12 for FNATIC. Match and series point here for FNATIC, and they open it up by taking down Nukia. The pistols are doing practically nothing. The rifles follow suit. Meadow, the last remaining man, walled out of heaven. FNATIC have got complete control of this. Their whole team still alive. An impossible clutch ahead of him, and what seems to be a successful opening to 2022 for FNATIC.
Oh, Meadow is about to try and prove you wrong. A 1 versus 5. It does not seem likely. The time already starting to tick, and with the positions that are currently held, utility going to be disabled as well, and the G2 fans asking an impossible task of one of the new boys on the block, and I don't even know where he goes from here. Boaster's going for a knife. I think he saw Redguard do that earlier and was like, you know what, I can steal that one away. Instead, Brave, the new boy, is going to close things